is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. It is Nagy on Sports, and our Browns are 2-1 and defending home turf again. A big one with the Ravens here. They are a little banged up, of course, but as long as they have Lamar, they are, of course, very dangerous and always tough to beat. We'll see if the Browns' excellent defense will show up here today, and if Madden can do them justice, which I'm not sure that they can just yet. But looks like a beautiful day here in Cleveland. We're excited to bring this one to you. Kit, how are we doing tonight?
Doing well. Absolutely thrilled for this one. AFC North, huge matchup, obviously. Little injury, as you mentioned, little injuries on both sides, but certainly expecting Deshaun probably plays. And then obviously the ones affecting Baltimore seem to be a little bit more impactful on their side. But huge game nonetheless, and Browns hoping to carry some of that momentum out of the last game against the Titans.
We sure are indeed. And yes, I was making not really much of a big deal about it, but then I guess he wasn't throwing again very much today. So I guess I'll be shocked if he doesn't play. I mean, again, we are talking about the guy who drove himself to Jacksonville because he had a punctured lung that literally could not be going into an airplane,
right.
And 2 broken ribs, and still played in that game. So a sore arm because he took a shot. We got the bye the week after. I would be shocked if he doesn't play personally. All right, first play of the game. Lamar is going to go deep down the left side. He's going to go 19 yards. And Mark Andrews beats JOK. A big strike from this new look Todd Monken offense.
Yeah, that's Lamar's safety blanket right there in Andrews, and certainly a big threat downfield for him, big target.
Now watch out, here is Gus the Bus, 17 yards right up the middle there. Didn't even get touched until about 16 of those 17 yards, so 2 big chunk plays and 2 big first downs for the Ravens to start the game.
Yeah, that script worked it out here for them in their opening drive.
It certainly has. Here's a throw to Andrews, short of the sticks, and he'll go down, they'll say just a gain of 3. Welcome in Fellerin, welcome in Mitchell, welcome in Mason, welcome in Karen, welcome in Bang with Smoke, welcome in I Love Football. Good to have all you guys on here with us. Here is that heavy full house pistol look again, and they'll try to go to Gus Edwards. We'll see a mix of him and Justice Hill, maybe even a little bit of Melvin Gordon, and Kenyon Drake is also on their roster again with J.K. Dobbins IR'd for another play here. Now they'll go up the middle, ball's out, and I think Ward's got it, he falls on it. Browns football!
What a turnover that was. Browns absolutely playing a physical brand of football in there, and that's one of the big knocks that we have against this Raven teams is they sometimes are a little bit suspect with the ball. Not Jackson this time, but Gus getting a little frisky in there on the second contact, a little punch action in there, gets the ball, jars it loose, and the Browns come up with a big turnover.
Miles punches it out after the first man had held him up, and he just came in there and slugged that thing out like a punching bag. 1st and 10, Browns at their own 30. Again, you saw Deshaun's stats. Those are based on force wins, as he'll throw this one out of bounds with an open receiver. That was weird.
Odd, very odd. And yes, Mason, unrealistic, but you got
the sore arm.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind too that that the Browns defense is not going to get the. Wow, look at that one, DPJ down the field. He's going to go
70 yards. Touchdown, DPJ. I think the arm's fine.
Yeah, arm looks fine to me. But sorry, I was busy talking, chatting about the defense not getting its due respect in the Madden. It probably won't get its due respect until this season is fully over. Come next season, if they are as good as we expect, they'll probably be boosted a lot in Madden. But oh my goodness, that was a strike downfield.
Wow, 70 yards on one play after. Yes, you're right. He missed a wide open receiver and chucked it out of bounds. Are they going to rough him as well? They do. They're going to rough the kicker on the extra point. Maybe, I think in real life, Stefanski doesn't even give me the option.
Yeah, they take it on the kick.
Or I would say they take it they get the yard forward and
Go for two. Go for two, actually.
You're right. They're going to take it on the kick. But we do not have that option, so Hopkins puts it out of the back of the end zone. So, wow, a flurry of activity there. We're sitting there talking about, well, the defense is better than this, and then they force a turnover, and 2 plays later, the Browns are in the end zone. Hold on to your seats here, kids. This is a ridiculous start to the game.
Yes, indeed. Oh, I thought I was going to get picked.
On offense, I know. On offense, the Browns will be seeing the Ravens minus Bateman and Beckham, their 2 top receivers. You will see, of course, the rookies Zay Flowers, Nelson Aguilar out there as well. We've talked about J.K. Dobbins' injury. Here is Justice Hill. You'll see him as well, now a third in inches. But I think maybe the secretly the biggest one might be the fact that Ronnie Stanley is doubtful. They're all pro left tackle, and that could be a real problem for them based on how good our defensive line has been. That might be the most crippling of all of the injuries. On the defensive side, they'll be missing Owe and Ajabo, the 2 edge rushers. So you'll see a steady dose of Jadeveon Clowney along with some other characters there. They do get the first down there, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Hi, Wendell. Welcome in. There's another strike again. Now 4 for 4. Mark Andrews has been very open. And again, as Kit mentioned, the security blanket for Lamar. And he already has 3 of his 4 catches. This time beating looks like Mike Ford on coverage.
Yep, just a nice throw there from Lamar, putting it outside shoulder where he could break to the ball, kind of throwing him open a bit there on that route.
Welcome in, Wendell. Welcome in, Keith. A little pop pass across the middle, and guess who's in the backfield? Delpit sniffing it out right away. They tried to go to Aguilar on the pop pass, and it will lose yardage.
Calvin, we had a
Calvin,
deep shot
in.
to DPJ.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a deep shot to DPJ right down the middle. Sweet sack right up the middle from Myles Garrett. Absolutely blowing that one up. Hope to see a lot of that coming up on Sunday.
Yes, indeed. Yes, we were in the middle of complaining about Deshaun throwing it out of bounds for no reason in the second play. Then he threw a 70-yard touchdown as it was a deep post to DPJ, as Zadarius Smith's going to force a throwaway. And he did throw a fastball on that one on a 4th and 21. Expect to see the punting unit here a little too far even for Justin Tucker in Madden.
Yeah, that set of downs there, that looked like our defense.
Absolutely. Absolutely it did. They've been talking about all week. They're trying to find a name. I keep tweeting Demolition Dogs at them, but they want something better than Demolition Dogs.
So Wendell, we can't go back.
Guys, at least.
Wendell, we can't go back and replay it for you, but you can do it for yourself. If you go into the video and just rewind it in YouTube a little ways, you can go back and find that play and then come back to live and watch live after that, so you don't have to stay there, but you can go back long enough to go watch the touchdown, because it is fun.
It was fun. All right, Browns on offense again. They're going to go empty here. Much talked about being an empty. They'll go over the middle and into double coverage. It looked like maybe the Chief was the intended receiver, and that one would be knocked away now. A 3rd and 11.
And another empty set.
They'll be empty again. Yep. Watch them now. Back to pass. Good per time, and he'll chuck it out of bounds again. It looked like Kareem Hunt was actually the intended receiver this time. It was a weird sort of throwaway motion again, but it was actually just a little bit out of bounds. Browns will go 3 and out. Another odd possession on offense, and they will punt it away with Bojorquez from his own 7-yard line. Good punt down to the 30, and that's where the Browns will swarm the punt returner. Devin Duvernay. All right, well, Lamar back out onto the field. Both teams have now punted. And the Ravens turn it over on their first drive. Another throw. Guess who? Mark Andrews. They walk right on his hip. They'll give him 7 more. Again, we've talked a lot about the new look offense. Appears to be a lot of quick passes. Otherwise, he'll just try to tuck it and run. A lot of routes where guys stop running and show him their numbers. Not hitting necessarily a lot of guys in stride or throwing guys open, which we've already seen virtual Lamar do a couple of times in this one. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm sure Schwartz is going to have a great plan. and take care of trying to hem him in as best as you can. Here's Edwards to the right side, and Gus the Bus on his 5th carry of the game picks up 4 yards. Myles Garrett making his 2nd tackle of the game. Yeah, Karen, he missed the really long one in that game last week with the Colts, the 61-yarder. It looked, it was straight as an arrow, but it was just short of it. And, of course, they ended up losing as Myles hits him as he throws, and somehow he sneaks the ball into Aguilar. There was 2 Browns sandwiching him on either side, and he somehow snuck it in there. That was a wild play for the Ravens.
Yeah, an impressive start for Lamar here. He's 7 of 8. Of course, 8 of 9, I guess. 5 of those going to Mark Andrews.
Yep, he has gone to him early and often, and now Edwards musters a first down. They're inside the red zone towards the dog-bound end. That would be the first time that a team has been in the red zone against the Browns, or if they score, even if they kick a field goal, right? Isn't that what it is? They've never been.
They have no touchdowns or
inside
field
our red
goals,
zone.
Yeah, from the red zone.
And yes, Mason is right. Unless we turn the ball over to them, they're not getting down this far. Normally, as Edwards runs for another 11 yards and a first down.
I want to say the Titans did it one time. They didn't score, but they did it one time to close out the half. Right? They had the one nice drive that ended in a sack.
And he missed, right? Didn't he miss the field goal?
No, the Myles Garrett sack that ended the half.
Oh, right. That's right, correct.
But I believe that was a long drive.
Go Browns.
Right? That was a long drive. They actually went down the field, but they got sacked at the end of it.
Yeah, I think that was the one where they had thrown a couple of I'm just going to throw it deep to D-Hop and let him go catch it, and he made some insane catches.
Yeah.
Look at Myles getting in Lamar's face and forcing that ball to be thrown away.
And the poor PI call, yeah.
That's right. 3rd and goal here now. Can the Browns stand up? Pressure. Now Lamar running. Now he'll fire, and out of the back of the end zone. Browns defense does their job. Holding in the red zone. No touchdowns coming on this drive. Justin Tucker into the game to plot the Ravens' first 3 points onto the board. I'm not sure waving like that's going to help, though, Walker, but he's trying anyway. 7-3. Both teams on the board here in Cleveland.
I was going to say, the fact that we can sit here 3 weeks in and recount in a very brief summary the one and only time that has happened so far in the season, and pretty much what happened to make that happen is quite impressive. In fact, you conglomerate all of the defensive snaps into a singular, one game, and you could almost believe that was enough snaps to make up a game because they just haven't been on the field that much.
Yeah.
They've been so good.
Absolutely. Welcome in, Terry. And yes, it was great news. It looks like Chubb only needed the MCL repaired. I don't know how. He must be part Gumby. Based on what that knee looked like. So I think I saw that the surgery actually happened today. Usually have to wait for some of the swelling to go down. So surgery happened today, and they says it's a 6 to 8 month thing. So he should hopefully be fully healthy for next season. 306 blitz coming. Fired right side, knocked away. Clowney actually dropped in coverage that time, which probably not something we're going to see in the Browns offense, short of the 70-yard bomb. Has struggled here, can't get the run game going, and Watson has been throwing it to guys who are covered or throwing it out of bounds to start the game. Here's Duvernay on the punt return. And Hickman will bring him down at the 30-yard line. That's where Lamar and company will head back out onto the field. Hope everybody's having a great night. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel, the only place on YouTube you can get simulated football games on Madden with live original commentary. We do it for you every week, every single Browns game and other games as time allows. We did the Bills-Dolphins game yesterday, which was pretty exciting. Had a kick return for a touchdown, which we haven't seen in, a very long time on the channel. And then came down to basically a last-second score to win the game. So pretty fun and exciting one. We're very excited to have you on. Thank you so much to our subscribers. Here comes Myles and Z from the backside, but Lamar takes off, picks up the first down, and then slides. Still kind of got hit, but 14 yards for Lamar on that one. Anyway, we appreciate everybody being on. You guys are the best. We love you. Fellegren, I'm not sure. We haven't seen a lot. I mean, feels like we've only run about 6 offensive plays with 2 3-and-outs, plus, I guess, 7 offensive plays, 8 with the incompletion. So, not a lot of rhythm being developed just yet here in another first down for Gus the Bus. Motion coming from Isaiah Likely. Now he'll turn around and give it one more time to Edwards. Edwards tries the left side, and Miles throws him to the ground right at the line. Already 10 carries. So again, the Ravens have had the football for the majority of this quarter. Browns still winning 7-3. Again, the one-play scoring drives will do that for you. How about that play? JOK shooting into the backfield. Option keeper for Lamar, and the TFL goes to JOK.
Oh, sweet. Just shot out of the cannon there around the perimeter, able to wrap him up really before he had a chance to even cut.
Fired right side, rather, and Duvernay falling to the ground. Or excuse me, it is Duvernay, and he catches it for a long first down conversion, 22 yards. He was like laying on the ground when he caught it. Lamar has been crazy good to start this quarter. The quarter has ended, 7-3.
No, not really, Mason. I think the Browns are going to go out there and continue to do what they've done in this game and bring the pressure with 4 and/or 5 guys, because that D-line is so much better around Myles Garrett. Those pockets have been collapsing rather than creating seams, and on top of that, that allows you to put a lot more guys. I mean, they're creating all that pressure with 4 and 5 guys. Sometimes they bring extra, but I don't know that they'll necessarily spy per se, because they're going to trust those guys to be disciplined, gap sound, and go make good tackles on Lamar.
So they're driving again now, down 2nd and 5. JOK had him in the backfield and sort of bounced off of him now, 2nd and 5.
But I think
the Ravens are driving now, a bunch of tight ends in there.
I think the biggest key is you play your scheme, you continue to do what you do best, and force them to beat you, and then if you need to adjust because they are beating you on something, then you make the adjustment.
Lamar now, he'll roll to the right side and throw it away. Pressure coming from Obo. As Miles lined up inside that time next to Obo. And they will force another Justin Tucker field goal here. Hey, Dwayne, welcome in. Go Browns. So the Browns defense bending but not breaking so far in this one. And again, it's a historic start. Like, they won't be quite this dominant the entirety of the year. They're going to be very, very good, but like what they're doing is just historic.
No doubt. And you're right, Mason. I agree that they're it is dangerous to turn your back on Lamar, but I don't know that they're going to go full out, they're going to have man coverage. Don't think they won't. They will, but it's going to probably be a mix of man with some guys playing in some zones underneath to keep their eyes on, towards Lamar, just because he is that threat. But, it doesn't mean they're going to overly change the game plan either, just because he is dangerous.
A little bit of a Bronx cheer there on the second completion of the game. Now 2 for 7 to start it. Blitz coming up the middle from Roquan. Now Watson takes off. He'll get around at first down. 40 to the 45 to the 50, and he won't slide. 19 yards down the field. Kyle Hamilton pushes him out of bounds. Big scramble there for Watson. And let's see if that gets the offense a little juice here. Welcome in, Don. Good to have you. Single back now is Kareem Hunt. He'll go up the middle, and he'll be stuffed pretty quick, just 2 yards. He's got 2 carries for 4 yards. Does Kareem Hunt. The Browns are into Ravens territory again for the first time. They had a 70-yard touchdown pass. Other than that, it's been 3 and outs. Now play action boot to the right side. Watson with time. He'll go short throw to, I believe, Akins.
It was Akins, yeah. Not a lot there. Going for the little bootleg and the flat route for his second tight end, but didn't work out so well.
Ooh, hit as he throws, and a first down to the Chief. Talk about a hot route. The blitz came in quick, and Deshaun threw it as he was getting hit, and somehow the Chief turned around in time. What a play.
Yeah, that was really nice, actually, standing in there in the midst of all that heat, able to get it out of his hands just in time, and the Chief with a nice catch, really coming, having to delay just a tad for the ball to get there, but it was enough and got the first down. And then awful.
At least it's not on third down. I took them off of all third downs, but I didn't take every single screen out of the playbook, and Michael Pierce will blow this one up.
Yeah, unfortunately, the screens are a big part of what the Browns actually
it.
do, but unfortunately, in Madden, they don't work as much as you want them to. Or certainly not as well as they work for the Browns.
No. Here's a quick throw to Coop on the right side, and he'll spin out of it. It picks up 7. And a 3rd and 4 upcoming. First catch of the day for Coop, and more empty here for the Browns now on a 3rd and 14. Probably just a little bit out of Hopkins' range if they can maybe pick up a few yards. How about the first down? As they'll knife it in there to Coop at the 23. What a throw and a better catch for Amari Cooper.
Absolutely. So, Mason, I think what you're going to find is that Njoku is primed to have a breakout season. He just needs Watson to fully settle in. Watson started out settling in out on the perimeters. That's where his great throws so far in the season mostly have been, some to the middle of the field, but he needs to be more comfortable with his timing and with his receivers in the middle of the field when he gets there. When he settles into that more so than he already has, that's when the Chief will show up.
Nice little pass to the Chief on this first down play, which was kind of an RPO. You saw him pull it out of the gut of Ford and then quickly throw it to the Chief. That boot action play goes a little bit incomplete. Now they'll shift into a pistol here on 3rd and 6. Watson back to pass against the 4-man rush. Left side, just out of the reach. Moore was there, but just a little bit out of his hands, and incomplete is the play, and they're going to have to settle for Dustin Hopkins here.
Yeah.
From a little chip shot field goal.
I mean, it was a little bit far on the throw, but you want it more to at least make an effort. I mean, put your hands up there and try to get to the ball. Don't just give up on it and say, oh yeah, there's no way I'm going to catch that, when it was clearly, if you make an effort, maybe you can keep your feet in bounds, but obviously you're going to lose 100% of the ones you don't try for.
10-6 is the score. 8:07 to go here in the first half. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody being on. Thank you so much to our subscribers. You guys are the best. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, or maybe you got a different Gmail account you're logged into YouTube with, subscribe from that one too. We'll take it as we continue to grow the channel and the brand here at Nagy on Sports. We're already starting to get shouted out all over the place. Again, thanks to Norman for shouting us out on, what was that, the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show or something like that? Or
that's the one.
Last week, which we appreciate very much. That was a lot of fun. Though Kit and I
are Sports for Cleveland is what it was.
Sports for Cleveland, yes. Even though Kit and I are not brothers, we will certainly pretend to be just cousins. But we'll take it. We'll take it for the shout out for sure. As another throw to an open Mark Andrews, and he is just killing the Browns now. That time beating Delpit and Thornhill for a big gainer down to the 46-yard line of the Browns. Kind of floated, almost looked like a wheel route of sorts, and everybody went with Flowers underneath. That gave Andrews some space, and he's having a very nice first half here. Heavy pistol look again now. Turn around, he'll play action out of it now. Roll to the left side and throw it once again to Mark Andrews, and that's where Greg Newsome throws him out of bounds. So it'll be good to have Newsome back there this week.
Yeah, it sure will. He's a dynamic slot corner. Talk of him being one of the best, if not the best, slot corner in the NFL this season.
Yeah. And I'm with you, Mason. Delpit's been incredible, and he's certainly very high up at the list of dudes to sign. How about Mark Andrews? 8 catches, 121 yards here in the first quarter and a half.
Yeah, he's been very dangerous.
The bus goes for 1 that time. Good play by the Browns. Run defense. motion. This time he'll give it. How about MJ Emerson sticking his nose in on the run game that time? McLeod in there as well. So waving in some different players. Now Smith lines up next to Miles on the middle on a big 3rd and 9. Can the Browns stop him again in the red zone for a 3rd time? Left side, caught by Aguilar to the 1. Man, Lamar looking like Tom Brady out there, just throwing him inside shoulder and tripped up at the goal line by Delpit.
Wow, incredible throw.
Actually by Emerson.
Yeah, MJ.
It really was.
MJ had good coverage there, just a better throw beats the good coverage.
Yes, it does. Heavy pistol look here. Goes the bus, and he'll be blown up in the backfield by Taki. Loss of 2 there. The flowing locks. Does look good, especially if you're watching in HD. The hair does look good. 2nd and goal now. Lamar caught creepy power, and the Browns are all over it. A lose 3 that time. Walker gets in there, Ward gets in there, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, what a great play that was for the defense, just flying all over the place, filling in the backfield for them.
They rush 3, Lamar over the middle, dropped in the end zone. Browns hold again. They had 1st and goal from the 1, and they'll push them back to the 6 and force a 3rd Justin Tucker field goal.
Well, so far in this game, the only part of the field where the Browns defenses look like themselves, like they really do in reality, is in the red zone here, especially backed up against the goal line.
Red zone. Yeah, 3 for 3 and getting them into the red zone and then shutting them down. The 4th drive was the one where they stripped it out. So here comes Pierre Strong taking it out of the end zone, and he'll get up to the 20. Watson back out onto the field. Still feels like we just really haven't gotten rhythm with our offense here. Now we've got a formation with Hunt and Ford together in the backfield. We'll see what this one looks like. They're going to throw out of it. Over the middle. Got his man. That's going to be DPJ. Again, he breaks a tackle down to the 50. What another big strike to DPJ. 1st down, Browns.
Yeah, that deep post route. They liked what they saw earlier on the touchdown shot. They went back to it again. They found DPJ on the same route. A little different coverage this time, but worked out nonetheless. They still had a one-on-one out there. DPJ makes a great catch off of a nice route. And actually a nice move after the catch, too, to create some extra yardage out of it.
Just your standard 2 catch for 101-yard performance so far as Ford bullies his way for 3.
Oh, man, if that was the standard day for DPJ, 2 catches, 101, that was his standard, like, oh my goodness. That's a recipe to win every week.
Pretty wild. Absolutely. 2-minute warning here in Cleveland. Looks like a little partly cloudy, beautiful day. Browns driving out to the 46-yard line of Baltimore. 2 minutes to go. All 3 of their timeouts now. Watson shifts the play. Flipping Chief and Coop to the right. DPJ and Moore to the left, but he'll throw a little angle route to Kareem Hunt out of the backfield. He's got a 1st down to the 33-yard line. Kareem Hunt.
You know, the
good
old
throw and catch there. 1st down, Browns.
The old 50.5 yard per catch average. You know, no big deal.
And there's going to be a drop by DPJ there. Ronald Darby in coverage. Looks like he had it right between the numbers, just couldn't pull it in. The inexplicable Madden drop. Play being shifted again. Similar looking formation to what they did last time with the angle route. Back to pass. Watson throwing it right side into single cover. Actually double coverage over there as Kyle Hamilton made his way over. And the Chief cannot bring it in. Watson's lucky to get that one back now. 3rd and 10. The Browns will get the second half kick, Wendell. Right side throw. Got his man wide open. Why did he roll down in bounds? I'm not quite sure. Maybe they're trying to waste the clock so that the Ravens don't get the ball back. First catch of the day for Moore, 17 yards. But I guess he was doing that like secure catch, just like catch it and get down, which he does, and the clock does run. So maybe that's the goal all along. Score with no time left. 4 wide again. Watson back to pass. Left side end zone. Coop wide open. Touchdown Browns in front of the dog pound. He beat Rock Ya-Sin and he beat him bad. Cooper end zone. Touchdown, Browns.
Yeah, what a sweet little move at the top of the route here. Just broke into space there, beautifully shaking Krakias in. And really, that's what you're looking for, that matchup game where you can find your guy one-on-one, that you know Koopa's going to create that separation. Boy, did he there. And an easy throw to hit him in the end zone there from Watson.
That was some beautiful route running from the best in the business. You heard Kevin Stefanski call him this week the best route runner in the league, is what he thinks. And also the way that he was talking about how he would come back after the play and say, Deshaun, these routes are going to work, these routes are going to work, and always evolving and continuing to get better. And their chemistry really seemed to lock in last week.
Well, and the fact,
see more of that on Sunday.
Yeah, the fact that he's doing that unselfishly, not just to point out where he can make more plays, but where the Browns can be more successful, is another pick. Or actually, a second turnover. I guess it was the first one. The last one was a fumble, but still.
Yes, unselfish indeed. How about pressure causing turnovers again? And MJ Emerson, he'd love to have his first NFL interception this week.
Yes, he would. He was so darn close on playing that inside shoulder throw earlier this year against the Bengals, but running the route for him.
Second turnover, on the coverage of T. Higgins. Now pressure coming. Are they setting up a screen or did they just blitz? Either way, it's a sack. 29 seconds. Browns called the timeout, so they're going to try to stay aggressive, I suppose. There's a fire over the middle again. It's Cooper to the 30-yard line, and the Browns call their second timeout. Fourth catch of the half for Cooper. 3rd and 5. Browns playing for more points as the Chief goes for the first down. They've got one timeout left. Will they run another play? My guess is no. Or maybe, what are they doing? 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Don't run a play. They finally called timeout. It's like, what are you doing? Don't run the play now.
Right.
Whew, we almost got maddened. That was wild. They remember they have the timeout with 4 seconds left and call it and bring in Hopkins from 42 yards. And he drills it, and the Browns will take a 20-9 lead into halftime.
Yeah, opportunity here for the old double dip plus a mini dip.
There's 1 second left, so kick it short, make him run it.
Thanks to that lovely interception to set themselves up for the opportunity to get that extra field goal just to pad it.
That's right. So an interesting first half for sure, up and down. Browns with a couple of turnovers. They've been able to convert off of both of them, which has been awesome. The touchdown pass to DPJ, touchdown pass to Amari Cooper, and 2 Dustin Hopkins field goals. It's 20-9, and now Tucker kicks it back away and way deep in front of the dog pound. Pierre Strong will get it. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody being on with us. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for joining us here this evening. We are in week 4 of our official 2023 season sim. We always do the Browns games in advance of when they happen. Here's Ford to the left side. See if he can get going. Just 3 carries for 5 yards for him to start this game. But we do very, very much appreciate everybody being on. You guys are the best. If you'd like to take your Nagy Nation fandom to the next level, you can join us on our Discord channel. There's an invite link in the description as Watson goes deep left side. He's got Coop! 10-5 touchdown! 72 yards for a touchdown, Browns!
Yeah, Cooper didn't want to be left out. Yeah, Cooper didn't want to be left out there with the 70-yard touchdown bomb. So Cooper with a great route out on the outside. Watson just lays it, drops it right in the bucket, and sends him for 6. That was beautiful. Thing of beauty right there.
Beautiful. Forget the Discord channel. Watson's like, I'm throwing a touchdown now. You can't talk about Discord. Oh my goodness, what a throw, what a strike. How about that? That's a double dip with an exclamation point at the end.
Oh yeah, double and a mini. That was a 17-point swing right there.
2.5 scoops.
Yeah, that's right. A little 17-point swing that they just went on.
Wild indeed. Watson looks kind of okay. And yes, you're right, Mason. We finally seem to get them pushing the ball downfield once in a while.
That's right, and finding that
been a struggle to do so.
Finding that separation from defenders, and then Watson just hitting them down there.
Yep, no Marlon Humphrey out there, of course. He has yet to play for the Ravens this season as well. Karen, that's a good question. I don't know if it's just a scheme thing or they're still just trying to take it slow with his conditioning, or I mean, he's definitely had snaps in every game, but just not a ton. And
yep.
The ball, we threw a couple of shots to him, but just haven't connected on them yet.
Yep, we'll see him in the season, I'm sure, but we haven't had that opportunity just yet. Oh, picked again!
Picked again! This time it's Greg Newsome! He says, listen, if MJ's going to get one, I got to get one too, because we got to bet. Wonder if they'll just push if they both get their first pick in the same game.
Well, how about these
Looked
ups?
like he was the receiver in this one. Look
at those ups. That was crazy. He went way
wow.
He was halfway through the numbers with his feet. He was like, the feet were between the 8 and the 3. That was wild. I mean, that's like 3 foot ups.
Yeah, that was. I almost thought maybe he bumped off somebody that propelled him into the air. But holy crap, you're right. He jumped out of the gym on that one. That was wild. Yeah, Fellinger, look at the vertical indeed. First down, Browns, and here they go in the scoring zone already. Left side, throwing catch. Elijah Moore, first down. Watson with a cool 293 on his 14 completions.
Well, the crazy thing about it was he jumped so high, he didn't even have to high point it. He actually caught it around shoulder pad level because he had gotten so high on the jump.
Mm-hmm. Now 16 completions for 298 yards as Abercrombie picks up 5. Sets up 2nd and 5, and they are cooking with all of the gas right now. Here's Ford bumbling his way for a big first down. He pushed the pocket and the pile and got a first down now. First and goal for the Browns. Hunt into the game. He'll spell him. He'll try the middle. He'll keep pushing. He gets to the 1. Man, he doesn't stop turning those legs. Pushing his way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal. Interesting formation here. Try to spread him out a little bit, and they'll throw out of it. Blitz coming over the middle. Right side open. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones. It's a brace for him as well. He and Coop now each with 2 touchdowns, and the Browns are en fuego.
Yes, they are. Been very good in this one. Actually, bit dangerous there from Watson on that throw. Wanted to hit on the outside where the defender is not, make DPJ adjust to the ball away from where the defender was coming around him. Left it a little short and almost inside. Fortunate that the defender did not have the awareness to make a play on the ball.
34-9. With 10:22 on the third quarter clock, and we certainly seems like we are headed for blowout city, but there is a lot of time left. But we know that the Ravens traditionally in Madden, if you can get ahead on them, takes them out of what they feel most comfortable with. So we'll see what happens here. There's obviously plenty of time, and Lamar's going to be chucking it around the yard. Maybe some more turnovers coming this way as well. And if the Browns offense could ever get, yes, Walker nailed him. If the Browns could ever just get their offense humming, they could just blow teams out like this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It would be wild to see. Wild to see.
I don't know that the Browns are ever going to hit a 70-20 game this season, but if they do get their offense going, I certainly could see them dropping 40 burgers on teams and holding them to 3 or 6 points.
Yeah, I was just saying. It wouldn't be 70-20. It would be 70-3.
That's right, 70-3. Okay, yes, you're right. Probably not 70-3 either, but 40 burgers, I could buy that. I could buy a 40 burger with a 3-point scoreline for the other team, 6-point, something like that.
Yeah, I think we're going to get some pass interference here on the Browns defense to bail out the Ravens because it was a very poor pass for Lamar. And Greg Newsome is going to be guilty of the DPI. That one gives him a first down Man, I was not expecting a flubber reference here this evening, Don, but you're exactly right. It's what it looked like.
That's right. It's been a hot minute since I thought of that.
Classic. Yeah, yeah. Left side throw, out route Aguilar, near a first down. Newsom and Delpit over there. 18-26 now, just over 200 yards passing for Lamar. Sets up a 2nd and inches. Under 8 minutes to play. Well, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by a beautiful Amari Cooper touchdown pass, which is now 2 touchdown passes ago. We do have a Discord channel. There's an invite link in the description of this video. If you'd like to take your fandom to the next level, you can chat with us between sims, not just with us, but with the rest of Nagy Nation between sims. You can vote on which games of the week that you would like to see in addition to the Browns games, much like the Bills and Dolphins, and Lamar will take this option keeper to the house and get some points onto the board in the touchdown variety for the Ravens. Still a weapon to do that, a threat to do that, just about any particular play, and he was completely untouched to the house that time. Also on our Discord channel, you can find out in advance of when we're simming. Sometimes we give you 5 minutes warning, sometimes we give you a couple of days or 10 hours warning. So just depends on how the schedules are over here at Nagy Nation Central, but always let you know in advance, certainly faster than when YouTube says, hey, they've already gone live. So those are a couple of reasons that you can join. All right, 34-16. Touchdown, first touchdown of the game for the Ravens there on the last drive. Coop having a pretty solid day as well. 5 for $126 and 2 touchdowns himself. And the Browns back out on offense. 7:15 in the third quarter. Quick throw left side. Extension of a handoff to Moore, which we saw several times in that Tennessee game as they're really trying to do whatever they can to get the ball into his hands.
Yeah, something like 9 targets, 9 catches. Only had like 40-some yards, but certainly had a lot of hands on the ball, which, you know eventually he'll break some of those.
Yep. Yeah, that one, that's crazy, like, double reverse flea flicker screen pass should have gotten more than 14.
Right.
3rd and 8, play action. Watson deep left side, wide open again! This time it's Moore! He's gonna go! What is happening? Another busted coverage off the play action, and Elijah Moore gets his long touchdown. Holy smokes.
Holy smokes indeed. I don't know what's happening, but I'll tell you what's working. It's the deep shot, and they are absolutely being ruthless here against this secondary here for the Ravens as they are finding separation are these wide receivers, and Watson is just laying absolute moonshots down there, dropping them right in a bucket. Beautiful throws downfield and taking advantage of that separation, and nobody even in the picture to make a play on Moore for that one.
Moore, 2 catches for 82 yards on that drive alone. So, again, that'll help the old average out as the Browns strike right back. The Ravens took about 5 minutes off the clock, drove down the field, punched it in. The Browns scored 3 plays later. The Browns are going to play more defensive snaps in this sim than they have played in 3 games of real football.
That's right.
2nd and 8 now after a 2-yard run. Gus the Bus, 18 carries, 64 yards. So they have done a pretty good job on him as well. Lamar changes up the play. Looks like Mike Ford is into the game. He'll be on Zay Flowers. Surprised we haven't heard Zay Flowers' name yet, to be honest, but right when I say that, he throws it to him. There you go. First down, Zay Flowers.
Yep, Madden heard you. Like, oh yeah, hold my beer.
Madden heard me. Ooh, Fellegren, a 2-watch game. Appreciate that. Option keeper again, and this time Miles says, you ain't running for a touchdown this time, kid. And he rocks him to sleep.
Oh, my.
Oh, man. 2nd and 14 here now. 4:20 and counting. Here comes Gus, left side. Zedarius hits him first, and then Miles picks up the pieces there. 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Ravens on offense.
Love the barking in the game.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. Over the middle. Whoa, wide open. We're going to get a deep shot the other way. It's Justice Hill. Touchdown! Man alive, it's Deep Shot City here today as Delpit let Justice Hill get behind him, and he couldn't catch up. And that's a good throw from Lamar. He found him wide open in the middle of that Browns zone that time, and Justice Hill does the rest. Wow.
Yeah, sure did. That was an absolute strike downfield there, creating that little bit, or finding that little bit of a seam there, and puts it right on him. Great throw from Lamar.
Yeah, this game is insane. This is a crazy game.
It has been wild, yep.
3:39 to go still in the third quarter. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on Sports. Appreciate you guys being on. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video as well, as YouTube likes that and continues to push it out to other fans of football or Madden or both. If you do that for us. Elijah Moore, 6 targets, 4 catches, 108 yards and a touchdown. And he's the worst of the 3 receivers right now. Now here's a run up the middle with Michael Ford, and he'll get blown up right away by Michael Pierce. So Jerome Ford, sorry, we have Mike Ford and Jerome Ford now. Jerome Ford, just 5 carries for 11 yards here. Kareem Hunt, not many more. It's definitely been a Watson day, but with this kind of a lead, pressure, watch out, play action, and Watson can't get rid of it. Roquan and Clowney in there on the sack. Now a 3rd and 20. We've just had we've always struggled to run against 3-4s, I feel like, in Madden. That's a Madden thing.
Yep.
But struggling again today. 3rd and 20 now. Back to pass. Watson, now he'll roll. Now he'll fire it out of bounds. Had a check down, I guess, on 4th and 20. Doesn't really matter, and that one goes out of bounds, and they will have to punt and give the football back to the Ravens with a little bit of juice after a long touchdown, and then another long touchdown, and then another long touchdown. I've gone back to back to back now, but the Ravens have scored 2 out of the last 3 drives. And let's see if the Browns going to have to play some defense from about the 50. Not the best of punts from Bajorquez there.
No, indeed. And speaking of which, I think I need to push back just a little bit on the idea that taking that check down doesn't matter. It does matter. The reason it matters is because it's all about the field position game.
That's true.
Even if you make up 5-6 yards
That's
there,
fair.
you tack that onto the end of the punt effectively.
That's very fair. Good point. Good tackle in open space by MJ as Lamar's keeper nets 5. They're again already starting this drive in Browns territory. 2nd and 5 now. Here comes Gus. He'll try the right side. A little hesitation, a little stutter step, and 3rd and inches on his 20th carry of the day. So again, their running game has been pretty solid, and then they had the one deep shot in the middle of the zone. Browns have been pretty much all through the air in this one. Now option again. Lamar right side. Breaks a tackle. Delpit had him in the backfield, but Lamar's momentum pushes forward and gets the first down to the 37-yard line. Clock at least running, which is the Browns' friend here, up 18 with 1/4 and 37 seconds to go. But Lamar is in the zone now over the middle, hits Andrews, and Andrews bumps off 3 different guys before getting tackled. That means Lamar cannot fumble, by the way, until he gets sacked. So
it's just such a strange X factor for him, considering that is like his it is his kryptonite. I mean, he kind of hangs the ball out there, and we saw it already several times this season. He's already fumbled a handful of times, and that's because his ball security is not that great. As a big sack here, look at Okoronkwo get back there and show his stuff. But I wanted to make one more point about that taking the check down discussion, which is that, kind of like anything else, it's like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? Throwing it out of bounds guarantees no yardage.
Sure.
If you get the yardage there, put it in a playmaker's hands, you never know. I mean, he could make a guy miss, break a tackle, maybe he picks up that first down. You're never going to pick up a first down by throwing it out of bounds.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Don, we've noticed that about this version of the game, that everybody's very chippy with each other, for sure.
Yeah.
And Edwards will get a nice run. Sets up a 4th and 5. I'm going to guess Harbaugh maybe goes for I think he might go for this one here on a 4th and 5. Or put Justin Tucker out there and make it a 15-point deficit.
Interesting
14
choice.
minutes here to play in the game. Yes. Wendell, I'm not even going to acknowledge your comment other than to say it wouldn't be the first time.
That's truth.
Week 18 still haunts my brain.
That's
my
right.
sim brain. Pierre Strong. Jadavian Clowney playing a little bit of special teams. Sure, make a tackle. All right, Browns, can we get this thing in chew clock mode and start handing the ball off a few times, please? We'll go pistol here. A tight-looking pistol. Yep, RPO to the right side. He's got more to the 25. Spinning around to the first down marker. They'll say 2nd and inches. But you can tell right away that it was an RPO as he was 60% of the way through that handoff and then decided to flip it out to Moore. Quick throw left side. Cooper for a first down. Easy first down. 22 of 32. 394 and 5 touchdowns today for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I'd love to have a stat line like that. That would shut a lot of the critics up.
It sure would. So just some sort of extended handoffs here. 1 and 2 yard throws. That's 5 catches for 19 yards for the Chief here so far.
Well, he certainly found his stride. Remember, he was really
again.
Struggling to start the game, finding a completion, but certainly found that stride, and he's been great ever since.
There's a wide open Donovan Peoples-Jones again on the left sideline. That puts him over 4 Bills. 421 yards passing. DPJ, 4 catches for 128 yards. Look at him, just scanning the field, getting all the way right to left, and lo and behold, you got a guy wide open. .11:43 and counting. Tick, 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 tick. They're snapping it too quickly, in my opinion. Or I guess I'm changing the play. Lets the clock run a little bit more. Back to pass. Watson quickly over the middle, incomplete this time, as looked like Elijah Moore was just kind of being held by Roquan Smith on that play. No call, no catch.
So, what were your thoughts on the whole Roquan Smith comments?
You know what? I haven't actually seen it yet, but other than I heard that he talked smack.
Yeah, so he talked about how I hear they're the dog pound. I'm a dog. I'll feel right at home. And then he's like something about coming into other people's house. You want to protect your wife and kids, and he basically made it about like wife beating and child beating. And it was like you could have just said like we want to win, not like. I didn't understand it. It was so weird.
He said we're gonna like beat their kids and their wives.
Or protect your wives and your kids in your own house.
What the heck?
Something like that. It was really weird.
Jeez, that is weird. Either that is that like a really, really veiled "come get me" speech? Like, I'm a dog, please.
Yeah,
get me off this team.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I have not heard it other than I've heard people saying like, why would he do that? And then other people saying, I love that he does that. It makes it more fun when they're chesty with each other.
I'm fine with him saying that stuff. I mean, I think it only just gives us extra ammunition. Not that they need it, but it'll be kind of another thing that they can look to. But still, at the same time, like there are many ways to say that. I just didn't know that was, the best way of expressing it.
Agreed. Yes, I would agree. If that's really what he said, I just have to go look it up because I just heard that he was running his mouth, but I didn't know what it was about. Zip it right over the middle again, and Mark Andrews. Brown's supposed to be just playing a bunch of cover 2 right now because that post has been there often, and he splits the 2 safeties down the middle. And Mark Andrews going for a career day. And if you're going to play that Tampa 2, JOK has to get further back, which he did not in that particular play. 11 catches, 170 yards for Mark Andrews. Browns still up by 15, but 10 minutes to play is an eternity up the middle. Browns swarming to Gus that time. He'll lose a yard. Cam Mitchell into the game.
Slightly misquoted. So, I mean, this is the actual quote. Going over there to beat their tails in front of their wife and kids is bulletin board material. That's what the quote was.
Okay.
Beating them.
So not beating their wife and kids,
in front
beating in front of their wife and kids.
Still, why are you bringing the wife and kids into this? I don't understand that.
I don't know. They're going to call a bogus PI on the Browns here. That ball was 5 yards past them when the contact was made. Madden's trying. They're trying. Thank you, Darnell, backing us up there as well. Mark Andrews in the zone now. Quick little throw left side to Isaiah Likely now. 25 of 34 for 343. First catch of the day for Likely. 9 minutes and counting on the clock. Browns lead by 15. Ravens trying to get back into it. Lamar back to pass. He's got time. He'll fire left side. Caught again quickly on the sideline. That's Duvernay again. It'll be pushed out of bounds by the nuisance at the 27, but the clock will keep running because he was going backwards on the plate. 4 receivers out in the package. They'll go to one of them on the right side. First down again. Caught and tackled immediately. Duvernay across the middle to the 13-yard line. His third catch, and now a 1st and 10 new set of downs for the Ravens. Browns just playing a lot of zone. I have it set to have them play so much man. I don't know why we keep seeing zones. Back to pass. Pressure coming from Miles. He steps out of it, and at JOK, baby, had a better chance of it there. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Balanced, I guess, 37 and 33. That is a truckload of plays run on offense. Nice break up there, incomplete. Delpin blows the play up. The ball pops out of the hands of Mark Andrews. Heavy pistol look now, up the middle, option keeper, waiting for him with open arms. Like Steve Perry once said, Greg Newsome with a huge TFL in the backfield.
Yeah, so the actual full quote goes, at the end of the day, you're considered the bad guy because you're going into essentially another man's house. You're trying to take over his wife, kids, and everyone there to watch them. So we're going over there to root their tails.
Okay. Whatever makes you play better, I guess. Whatever makes you sleep better at night, Roquan.
He makes a comment about playing through the whistle and play physical and hit anything that moves.
Yeah, gosh. Indeed. Well, Browns are going to hold again in the red zone.
No, I agree, Keith. I don't think that's very likely for him to be that effective against this defense. This defense is far too good. Hey, welcome in, Kishan.
This time Lamar's going to boot right into that sack. Probably going to give Jed Wills the credit for it, but he booted right into it. And yes, welcome in, Kish. So the lead that was once bigger is getting smaller a little bit of time, now down to 12. Still obviously the 2-score lead with 6:36, though. You'd like to see the Browns take some clock. Watson's still throwing the ball, though. Now he'll roll left. Now he'll step back to the right, and now Clowney will swallow him up. 3rd and 31. Hey, George, welcome in.
So, Kishan, we were talking about that earlier on
Kish,
the channel.
we talked about it. Yeah, I would say we talked about it a lot.
Yeah, but
ahead,
the basic analysis is there's not a very high chance that Watson doesn't play. It's theoretical the team could opt to, hey, you really need to sit this one out, make sure you're healthy, ready to go for the next week. But they're going into a bye week. Watson has played through worse. He'll probably play.
Yeah. 4th and 31. I'm assuming we'll see the punt team here. So things have slowed down a little bit. They were scoring back and forth, fast and furious. 5 touchdown passes for Deshaun Watson in this one, along with 2 Hopkins field goals. Lamar has a big touchdown run, a couple big touchdowns as well. I guess just 1 touchdown run, 1 touchdown pass, and the rest of them have been Tucker. And now Miles will get a sack, his 2nd of the day. Strumming the guitar. Beating the right tackle that time, Morgan Moses.
Yeah, somebody on NFL Network, I think it was Carr, but somebody was calling for Myles Garrett to have 5 sacks in this game.
Ooh, my. Hey, welcome in, big dog. Appreciate you being on, Q.
Which would be
Thanks
legendary
for joining us.
if he doubled his sack count in week 4 from the first.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be legit.
Well, especially Lamar. I mean, Lamar's a hard guy to sack. That one's going to go incomplete. Several. I know a lot of our Nagy on Sports folks watch it. I've seen it a couple times. I don't watch it a bunch. 4th and 6. They're going to go for it. Browns blitz right side. Warden can't quite knock it out of his hands. Aguilar squeezes it. First down, Ravens. We're under 5 minutes to go, but they're down 12 and now have a first down in Cleveland territory. And yes, the Madden sims are fun and entertaining, but unfortunately they're not overly realistic because they're not exactly hip to what the Browns are doing on defense yet. They may not be hip to what Todd Monken and Lamar are doing on offense yet, so I don't anticipate quite this much fireworks, and I would really, really be surprised if the Ravens could muster 29 points.
Yeah, no doubt.
On the afternoon.
And how about the defense there from MJ Emerson?
25-21 was what you see.
Beautiful PBU.
Sure was. 3rd and 10. 30 completions now for Lamar. He's about to go over 400 yards. Watson's already there. 3rd and 10 with 3:58 on the clock. Lamar from an empty backfield. Browns defense has played a lot of snaps. Pressure taken care of, and Emerson almost picks it off again. Just batted that one away. We'll get another 4th down attempt for the Ravens.
Yeah,
that would have been nice right there, Keith.
That should have been a pick, too, and I feel like he might have still been running if he had it in his hands.
Mm-hmm. Pressure coming on a 4th down. The pressure burst the pipes. Z got there. It doesn't show up as a sack, but it shows up as a pressure, and the turnover on downs, courtesy of that man right there, Zadarius Smith. Hits him hard as he throws it.
Yeah, no turnover for MJ, no problem. Stop him on 4th down, all created by that pressure. You nailed it. And they big old hit on Lamar there, and that ends up turfing it,
yes,
and the Browns end up with the ball. What effectively is a turnover.
Yep, quick little RPO to the left side that time, gets 2 yards. Just keep that clock moving. Coop 7 for $132. All 3 of the primary receivers have been incredible, as we will see here in a couple minutes when it's time to run the stats. Brown's still throwing, which I do not understand. Watson's going to spin out of 1 sack and then take a second. Patrick Queen that time. They blitzed the nickel and he got out of the way of the nickel, but why are we not running the football? 3rd and 18. Blitz coming up the middle. Picked up by Ford. Rolling to the right. Watson. He'll take off 25. No, he'll fire up the sideline for a first down strike. DPJ, what a first down conversion, and now he's got 5 for $151. And Baltimore's going to challenge. What are they challenging?
I think this is an easy catch, easy first down, so I don't know what they're challenging here, but credit Watson with an incredible savviness there. Coming up on the line, looked like he was thinking about taking off, realizing he had no chance at the first down, but he did have a receiver coming open downfield. With his eyes up, he's able to pick him out, throw a beautiful ball downfield, and pick up that first down. What a play from Watson.
Hey, John, welcome on. Finally a handoff. Well, maybe that's why they're not handing it off. Loss of 4. But at least this one should take us to the 2-minute warning. And that would be Roquan Smith, who is in the zone there, Wendell. Their very expensive linebacker.
Yes, the guy that we were just talking about with the quote about beating their tails in front of their wives and their kids.
2nd and 14 now for the Browns. Handoff to the right side. Hey, a decent run for 4. Maybe you should have given him more than a couple of carries. 3rd and 8 now. The Ravens blowing their second time out. And that lost their first time out, too. What are you doing there, Harbaugh? That was
huge mistake.
Silly. And Kareem Hunt's going to... Oh, I thought he was going to ice it. 4th and 1. And the Browns are going to go for it to ice the game right here.
Wow, I love it. I love this.
from the pistol. Watson throwing right side. First down. Ball game.
That's a dagger right there.
Wow, leave no doubt.
That's a dagger right there.
Leave no doubt.
I love that because not only does it send a signature like this ball game is ours, the ball game's over, we're going for a fourth down, forget punting. We're just going to keep possession, run that clock. You can't stop us.
You cannot, and they completed the pass. This game has been, if his arm was sore coming into the day, it's going to be sore coming out of the day because he threw the rock all over the yard. He had a much-deserved bye week for Deshaun's right arm because it was absolutely electric in this one. And the Browns 41, the Ravens 29, 3, 2, 1, 0 ball game, and the Browns are 3-1 atop the AFC North pending the result of Pittsburgh and Tennessee. Harbaugh throwing the clipboard, can't believe it. And that's all she wrote for this one. What a fun sim. Appreciate you guys being on with us. Kit, why don't you wrap it up here while I show some Ravens stats?
Yeah, that really was a fun sim. It just came out really with some interesting early showing in the game. Deshaun Watson struggling early. Lamar having his safety blanket, just all kinds of success early in the game, throwing it all over the field. Browns defense being absolutely stalwart there in the red zone, refusing to give up touchdowns, only allowing a handful of field goals in there, and then Browns offense really finding a way a little bit into the second quarter where they really got hot, and man, did they not look back after that. All of a sudden you're looking up and it's a big 70-yard bomb to DPJ. Another big 70-plus yard bomb goes to the way of one Amari Cooper, and then Moore follows with his own long bomb. All three of them getting some great action downfield with some beautiful balls from Deshaun Watson, who had a monstrous game.
Absolutely. Keith, have a good night, brother. Get some rest. Thanks for staying up with us. How about Deshaun today? 27 of 41, 449 for 5 touchdowns. He had a long of 79. It's 142 on the QB rating. Running the ball was a struggle for all three of them. Ford 7 for 13, Hunt 5 for 18, Watson 3 for 17. How about these numbers? 7 for $132 for Coop, 2 touchdowns. 6 for 121 and a touchdown for Moore. The Chief with 5 catches, only 19 yards. DPJ 5 for $151 and 2 touchdowns. 2 catches for Hunt, 1 for Bryant, 1 for Aiken. So just an absolute 5, 6, 7, all of them over $120. Just nasty from your trio of receivers there. Delpit with 12, Walker with 12, JOK with 10, 9 for Newsome in terms of tackles, 2 sacks for Miles, 1 for Obo. The 2 picks were by Newsome and Emerson, and then they also had, of course, the forced fumble by Miles that was recovered by Denzel. Browns didn't turn the ball over at all in this one, which does help a big deal. And, yeah, at the end of the day, we are successful, 41-29. So what a win, what a sim. That was lots and lots of fun. Appreciate everybody being on with us. Again, thank you so much to our subscribers. You guys truly are the best. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we definitely appreciate that as well. But the Browns are going to be victorious in this one, 41-29. There's the rest of the week 4 slate. Pending some schedules, Kit and or I or both will bring another game maybe tomorrow since the Buckeyes are on bye. But otherwise, we'll be excited to hop on the Discord channel with you. Again, use the invite link in the description of this video. And we will chat during the actual Browns game on Sunday at 1 o'clock and see if a victory is in the cards for us. Maybe even a 12-point victory would be fine, even if it's not 41-29. So, Kit, anything else you want to say?
No, that absolutely was a great game. Lots of fun. And appreciate all the comments about the call. So, thank you all.
Yes, we very much appreciate that for sure. So you guys truly are the best. We don't just say that. We really mean it. All right, guys, have a great night. For Kit out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Today, all we've got to do is get out of here by saying, go